where they're going to take the canoes and the kayaks and go down the Tour de Teche, all the way from Port Barry, all the way down to the Gulf, I guess is where they end up. It's going to start this Friday, over $16,000 in prize money. Show up at the park, the Teche Park behind Bork's. When you see Bork's on Saison Street, the main drag in Port Barry, just turn right down there and go down to the park. If you want more info, you can call Susan Brazel at 203-733-2366 or Nicole Patin, 789-0319. You know, I didn't get our canoe in time this year.
No, we'll
have to do it next year.
We'll have to get it early so we can practice and get in shape.
Might be better with a kayak. You know what? That's good with the little hole.
I don't know. You turn over.
You turn over. You got to learn how to turn over if you get a kayak.
Yeah, because you're going to stay under and the kayak will be saying kayak. Anyhow, I met Kenny Landry's daughter.
Welcome back, yes, hello.
Did I talk about this last week?
I don't think.
I don't think I did. Jennifer, I don't think she's a Landry. Okay. He helped raise this daughter. He married her mama years ago when she was a young infant. I had met her at the Steamboat restaurant here in Washington. We'll go over our sponsor in a minute. Sure. But I met her in New Orleans. She walked up to me. I was getting out of the Sheraton Hotel, and she and her fiance, Jonathan Dunbar, will walk. Her name is Jennifer. I think I said that. They are planning on getting married. Good luck to you all, and that was very sweet of you, Jennifer, to come up and say hello. Also, Toon, who trains horses. He's working his horses out at Copper Crown right here on the old Sunset Highway. And he says that he loves to watch the program. He watches the Sunday 2 p.m. show. It's
a good time. Afternoon and between when the football game slows down, you watch it.
You watch the Bobby Dupre show and pass a good time that weekend.
Well, while we're talking about Steamboat, go to Steamboat Warehouse in Washington and get Mama away from the smell of her own cooking. Chef owner Jason Hugay. Excellent food, great time, great atmosphere, adult libations, wine list second to none. Right now the weather's cool. You can sit out on the wharf right there, enjoy that Bloody Mary with a pickle zydeco in it. Go have a good time. Good steaks, good seafood, all the freshest stuff. Steamboat Warehouse.
Okay, what are we going to do next?
Let's talk about the voting. Early voting is going to start this Saturday, October the 8th. First thing in the morning at the St. Larry Parish Courthouse. You can go by and, whatever parish you're in, if you're in Lafayette, the Lafayette Parish Courthouse, St. Martinville, each of the courthouses.
St. Mary, all of them.
You got it.
Iberia.
Starts early in the morning on Saturday, goes all the way to the following Saturday. So you can go all week long and then the following Saturday. So you got 8 days to vote, not counting the Sunday. No reason not to go vote.
And this is not like the old absentee ballot where you were supposed to know you were not going to be in town. This is early voting. They've changed it completely. I go and do my early voting.
Me too.
You do your
That way I'm free on that weekend.
I went to the courthouse recently, and let's see here, right here. I got a little note.
You weren't charged, were you?
Well, no. I went to the courthouse with Megan to make sure that she would get her ballot
absentee in the mail.
In the mail. So she went in and showed her driver's license and everything and got that straightened out. Well, on the way into it, Mr. Nelson Aguilar, from the Tasso community.
Tasso Loop, just outside of Eunice. I know where that's
near
at.
Eunice. I didn't know the Tasso community, but good morning to you. He does watch the program, and I forgot to say that last week, but when you mentioned about the early voting, I remember going to get my little daughter, Megan.
And the other thing about early voting or regular voting, bring some canned goods, bring some dry food, because the Opelousas Sunrise Rotary, we talked about the Rotary auction earlier, they do a lot of stuff for the Opelousas Food Bank and all the food banks around. Bring you some canned goods and dry foods when you go vote, because they will make sure it gets you to the food bank. It's a great, great thing. Anytime you go, just bring it. Every voting. Not just this one.
Okay.
The main voting is October 22nd.
Are we going to do a few pictures?
We sure can. Let's go right now. I'm ready.
Okay.
Right here.
This is a couple that were having lunch at Swallows a few days back.
Yes, sir.
On the left is Michael Harden. Michael is working for MedSource Home Health. They're out of Dallas, Texas, but he is with the local office locally. And he is married, of course, to Sean Kaye, Chief Kaye, and Wanda's daughter.
Right.
Michael, I reminded him where we had met. He said, you got a good memory, at a hunting club that he was hunting at. And of course, he lives right near the house.
Well, sure.
The big house on the corner.
Right by OHS.
And the young lady with him, I guess you'd call her his boss, Christy McCarkey, and she's a vice president of business development for Vital Partners.
Good morning.
Good morning to all of you, and nice to see you again and meet you, Miss.
And you were where? I see this nice place with...
this is a little place where we get a little breakfast or hamburgers or something in Winfield, Louisiana.
That's a Governor Treat sign.
David, good morning. That's right. He's got all kind of old things in there, and I didn't have my...
No, what, that's dollar bills stuck to the roof?
Dollar bills stuck to the roof. I had never seen this before. It's something that the gentleman there on the right, and I apologize. I know they're watching the program, and I can't think of the names of he and his wife.
Good morning.
He showed us how to do it. I couldn't do it, but Larry Leger was with me. There's his wife right there. The L.A. Bar is the name of the bar.
I see the
old time, and they got a tack, and then you put a quarter in the back of that tack.
To give it some weight.
To give it some weight, and when it sticks up there, then the quarter falls down. Look, I'm waiting for the quarter, but I didn't do it.
Hey, look, Larry Leger.
Larry Leger.
And there you go. And it stuck.
And it stuck.
You know what I'm going to say?
What?
I'm going to say this. Bobby Dupre went to throw the money came back to him. Larry Leger threw the money and it stuck up there. That's kind of about life, you know, because me and Larry, the money sneaks away from us a lot more than it sneaks away from you.
Oh, now show him again. There's another picture there where he's got a shuffleboard.
Here.
Right there. He's got a brand new shuffleboard. When we were going to the ball, Saints game
there we go.
10 days ago, when we passed through the LaPlace area. I told Vicky about the old airline highway had a little bar. I think it was the Chafalaya bar. J.E. could tell me the exact name of it, but we'd stop there and play shuffleboard after leaving a flight, or if we left early enough, we'd get to play before we caught our flight at the airport.
Drink a Coca-Cola before you got on the plane.
Exactly, to feel good.
Right.
And anyhow, there's two places in this is located in Lake Arthur. I forgot to tell you.
Yeah, that's true.
This is Lake Arthur, and there's another place in town. So they hold tournaments, and it's very, very popular and real nice and very nice people.
Look at that nice marina.
Look at the nice marina. That's Larry walking towards it. And let me get my information. The place is known as the Regatta, Louisiana Seafood and Steakhouse.
Excellent.
And have quite a number of people to talk about here. And if you want to,
I'm waiting on you if you want to hit them.
Well, if you want to get them,
I can show. Oh, you.
Okay.
I got pictures of
on the left is Mr. Greg Trahorn, the owner of the place. On the right, the big tall gentleman. I'm in the middle, of course.
Right.
The big tall gentleman is Craig, and he is the chef and general manager.
Excellent.
And he used to work at a steakhouse. So while they push the seafood being next to the water and where all the shrimp and crabs and all are caught right in their backyard almost. Well,
he's still good enough to know how to make a good steak.
He offers some delicious steaks.
Good.
The place is beautiful. I can't speak about it enough. I encourage all of you to go by and
I bet you I know what the LA stands for, the LA bar. I bet you it's for Lake Arthur, huh? Must be.
Yeah, I never thought about that. Okay, that was the little bar we were at earlier.
Right.
Now, these are five ladies. One of them called me over. She says, "Don't we know you?" And I started laughing. I said, "Well, if you're on the television, you might know me." And get the first two ladies on the other side. There you go. The lady with the real white hair she'd be on the right with the kind of multicolor shirt. She's Miss Sarah A. Bercier. Her mother was a Klaus from Washington, Louisiana.
No kidding.
You know the big two-story building that our friend Robert runs the antique store in?
Sure.
Well, they lived upstairs and the business was downstairs.
Really?
And I said, Mr. Leon Wolf had a mercantile business across the street. She said, that was my mama's uncle. So it's a little, maybe it's her uncle.
Right.
Small world. And the other lady in the, I guess you'd say red, is Miss Shirley Cassidy. Mm-hmm. And Miss Sarah, it looks like, was a music teacher for a year at Washington High. How about that? Now, the other three ladies, let's see if we can kind of get them. On the left, but that's on our right here, should be Miss Gad Guino. I think so. Not too easy. And in the middle is Miss Gloria Gray. Mm-hmm. And then on the left, on the outside, would be Miss Emma Jean LaCour. And all of them basically live in the Crowley, Louisiana areas. Good morning to you all. Glad to hear that so many of you are watching the television program. And we're going to have to talk to Greg about getting some advertising. He has a real nice ad he's already manufactured. Look,
you and Larry. Larry must have been a designated draw.
Well, he got the Coca-Cola. That's all. He never drinks with me. Never does. No beer, no wine, nothing.
You got to be careful with you.
And this is a David Dupre here. I said, well, we have a David Dupre in Opelousas. Well, he said, that's not my cousin, but he works over at the Regatta. And here is Miss Tamara Jordan. She's the head hostess. She keeps her eye on that place. I mean, those waiters and waitresses, they better get the people they service, because she's watching every move they make there.
And it's downtown Lake Arthur. The old building's all been kind of
renovated. Yep.
The War Veterans
Memorial. Every community is having one. I can't wait for us to have ours.
I know. It's going to be nice.
And that night, that was Friday, last Friday. That night I stopped in Bunkie at Rocky's, and here is Rocky himself, and the gentleman that's in back of the bar is Joey.
There's Joey.
And of course, they gave me a little toddy for the body, and I headed up to Marksville.
There you go.
To meet Vicky, and we went by and we ate dinner at the Fresh Catch restaurant in downtown Marksville. And Jonathan Knowles is the owner on the right, and his friend, I'll have it somewheres here. Vicky gave it to me this morning. Okay, right here.
Can't go far.
Right here, Chris Paul.
Right.
He's originally from Colorado, and he's the general manager during the times that Jonathan can't be there.
Now, we're going to come back to y'all after our 3-minute break on TV and on radio. A bunch more pictures, a bunch more sponsors, and a bunch more fun. We'll see you on the other side at 3.